arguably people would sometimes say that it's the Fiat 500 that really gave them that oomph. People have a stereotype that, oh, the Fiat 500 is a girl's car. How do you determine what a girl's car is and what a boy's car is? I thought all cars were unisex. So, we've had the Fiat 500 for God knows how long, and I haven't made a video on it. What a tool. So yeah, basically I'm running low on content right now. It's now getting to those months of the year where meets become a little bit more sporadic, and automotive YouTubers like me struggle. So be prepared over the next couple of months for a whole load of filler content, although there is something pretty mental happening at the end of November with BMW UK, so I cannot wait to bring you that. Right, this video, the Fiat 500, arguably one of the best first cars you could buy. So if you've just passed your test, this thing here is probably, it's wicked, man. This is the reason that I bought an Abarth in the first place, for those of you who don't know. So Abarth, the more souped up version of the Fiat 500. Yeah, so this particular model is the Silverstone edition. Well, not really. We just stuck a Silverstone logo on it because we thought it looked cool. 500 Silverstone. But no, this is the twin air model, and in this car you get well, you get a load of stuff. You also have the special makeup version, which is an optional extra if you provide your missus with a car for nearly 7 years and you neglect it. Okay. Anyway, but we won't talk about what we've done to completely make this car a complete mess. I want to talk about why this car is just a great car to use every day, because I mean, whether it's your first car, whether it's a second car, whether it's just any car that you want to drive to get from A to B, this does it, man. And it runs on flipping water. Honestly, a tank of fuel in this costs you 30 quid and it lasts you about 2 weeks. And what more do you want? Right, let me shut the GoPro up. Let's go and do some stuff and let's talk about this car. There you go, 33 quid. Told you this thing runs on water. Now let me be nice and pay the kind people in Shell, and we'll continue the video. Okay, so let's talk FCA in general, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. It's no surprise that FCA are currently churning out these cars, this and the Abarth 595s, and it's no surprise that their Q3 sales and just sales in general this year are up. You know, profits are up and all that good stuff. And arguably people would sometimes say that it's the Fiat 500 that really gave them that oomph. I mean, I remember, 10 years ago it was the likes of the smart car. Everyone was choosing the smart car as the city car to get your errands done in. But nowadays I see so many of these cars out on the road, and I mean, they are tiny little things. Let's not beat around it. This is a little 0.9 twin air engine. It does 0 to 60 in about 3 weeks. But the reality of it is that it's cheap to run. The missus pays, I think, like 15 quid a month insurance on this thing, 60 quid a month on petrol. I mean, add that up in comparison to what I'm paying on some of the other cars that I've owned. Now, this car, you're not going to buy this car for the sake of wanting any form of performance. You'd go for something like the Abarth if you wanted that performance. But you would buy this car if you have a long commute in and out of London every day and you don't want to pay significant money on fuel, you sit in traffic all the time. This will do it for you. This is comfortable to an extent. It's so high, the suspension on it is very, very kind of soft, but it does make for a more comfortable ride. And if you've just passed your test and this is the first car that you're ever going to jump into, you've done well. This is a very old version of the Fiat 500. When I say very old, as in you've got the Series 4 models that are out now, which give you a lot more tech, a lot more infotainment and all that good stuff. This is the Series 3 style model, which is still very analog, very basic to an extent. And let's not beat around the bush. People love this car. Everyone, people have the stereotype that, oh, the Fiat 500 is a girl's car. They also chuck that to the Abarth 500, and they say that the Abarth 500 is a girl's car, which to this day still winds me up, because how do you determine what a girl's car is and what a boy's car is? I thought all cars were unisex, but hey, that's just me. But the Fiat 500 is more than just a little small engine car that will get you from A to B very quickly and cheaply. It's a little bit, for me, it's a bit of it's a fashion icon. And I say a fashion icon because just recently, you know, Fiat had an event in Milan called for the launch of the new Fiat 500 Collezione, which is based around fashion. So they specifically picked the colours, the paint colours, around, you know, how the fashion industry is working, which is completely bonkers. Now, the turning circle on this car is ridiculous. Now, I know, and it's something I still struggle actually. So I used to own an Abarth 500, and the turning circle on the Fiat 500 is so much better than the Abarth, and they're pretty much based off the same platform. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But yeah, I digress. Okay, speed bump. So speed bump, no problem. No problem. We're so high that we could take them at 30 miles an hour, which is the speed limit right now. Now, the wonderful world of PCP has obviously changed the automotive market, the automotive industry in general, but these things on PCP, pennies is the wrong word, but they are very cheap. You know, you can get some great PCPs on these cars if you want them new, and really and truly you can get a second-hand one, like this specific car. It's probably worth about £3 grand now. So again, first car, cheap to buy, doesn't cost a lot to insure, runs on water, and if you want to spend a bit more, again, you could probably pick one of these up on a PCP for about 160 quid a month, maybe even less. I don't know. You know, Abarth are making so many different kind of deals on these cars. Sorry, not Abarth, Fiat. But Abarth as well. You know, I mean, that's the step up. You know, people go to buy one of these, and actually for an extra 30, 40 quid a month, they could get themselves an Abarth. But today isn't about the Abarth. It's solely about the Fiat 500. And I don't really know where I'm going with this video. Other than that, it's hassle-free driving, and yeah, it's great. I like this car. You know, I do like this car a lot. So, in summary, you know, why is the Fiat 500 one of the best cars out there that money can buy? You know, I said 0 to 60 in 3 weeks, but it's not that slow. It captivates that little bit of Italian passion as well. That, you know, that, yeah, Italiano. It just has that. You know, I sit in this and I can feel that. It's just oozing out of this little thing. It's just a nice little car. So, would you buy one? Probably. You know, well, we've got one, and we still got one. You know, there's an argument actually that my next car, if we still have this, I would use one of these as daily, because my next car potentially could be the most impractical car going. Who knows? Right now I have an A45 AMG, which does the whole lot, but if I wanted to go silly and buy a 2-seater car, then I would keep this and use this as a daily driver. So yeah, I like this car. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Make sure to like, share and subscribe, and I'm going to see you all very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Now, the Abarth 500 is one of those things. Not an Abarth, it's a Fiat 500, man!